स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट इन इंडियन आर्मी, ये भी आपका एक लेक्चर टॉपिक बनता है और इस लेक्चर टॉपिक को डिलीवर किया है स्वप्नल ने, जो प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं सीडीएस ओटीए एंट्री के लिए, एंड ही हैज डिलीवर्ड इन अ वेरी स्मार्ट वे, सो मस्ट वॉच।
At a recent meeting between the Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the new cabinet of Uttar Pradesh government, he advised the cabinet to not lay stress on giving the transfers to the officers or the police officers or the bureaucrats from one place to other, but instead lay stress on building more harmonious relationship, to build good sort of relationship between themselves, so as to improve the sense of work, to speed up the work process, and that will help to keep off the stress among themselves. So, Jai Hind, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I, Swapnil Singh, is here to deliver a lecturate on a very crucial topic, that is stress in the armed forces of India, or the army. Stress is something that is inevitable, especially in an organization like the Army of India. In the Indian Army, we all are aware that it is at times a 24-hour service with night shifts at times, and they have to take care of each and every factor with no time to spare on other things, such as taking care of the leisure, right? So in such a very disciplined organization, stress is inevitable. So how do we come to know across such factors? We all are aware that army consists of soldiers and the officers. Officers are trained well ahead as far as the soldiers are concerned, because the frequency of the officers is less, so they are trained with a way better sort of institutional mechanism. But soldiers are not trained as far as the power is concerned with the officers. In that sense, we can also take the consequential factor about this training is that in times of operations, the Jawans or the soldiers might have a sense of jeopardized factor, that whether the orders will be rightful in the manner, because if they are also trained with such rightful training, then they will have more sort of confidence in their officers. Of course, they are trained in such a factor that they have the right confidence on their officers. But if we have to know that if two sets of people are provided the right sense of training, and one of them is their leader, then it becomes more easy for the confidence to build up. So in that sense, the factor should be that or the complete organization should be provided the right amount of training, and that will help to cater to the needs of the right sense of confidence. Thereafter, we can talk about the family pressure that is actually available for most of the soldiers. Keeping off the sense of family from the mind is very crucial in army, because there at the battlefield or in operations, you cannot think of anything except the action. So at times the soldiers think about their family when they are in any operation, whether if they do not come alive, then what will be the consequence of their family. This is a very important factor which we cannot actually avoid. So that is something which is a sort of loophole in the soldiers. Officers are well interviewed in SSB regarding these things, and at the same time, but we have to take into the factor that nowadays training is available. The soldiers and the officers can very effectively mask their the exact psychology and come into the organization. But in the real experience, it is this factor that plays a crucial role in building up the stress. So in that sense, such simulators should be built which can provide a real sense of experience in the battlefield or in the operations, which can give them a prior experience of the operations to the soldiers and the officers, and it can play a crucial role so that in the real operations that factor does not come up again. So such simulators are available. They do get the practice or the training in their academies, but a simulator can play a very effective role because it gives a real sense of the experience. So such a harmonious relationship between officers and the soldiers with less amount of virtual distance can help the soldiers to tell their specific needs, to tell their disparities that they find to the officers directly, and this will happen when officers themselves actually reduce the distance between the Jawans, and can create a harmonious relationship that I have already told in the introduction. So these factors, if taken into the mind by the government and the defense authorities, can play a crucial role in easing off the stress in the armed forces of India. Thank you.